Hi, you guys. I'm going to be your cheerleader. Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I know you having a super fantastic, wonderful, what other word you want to use? Amazing. We use amazing too much. Let's say super fantastic, super amazing. Yes, you are having an amazing, super amazing. That's a new word, too. You are enjoying your day, evening, or afternoon. If you're here live or you checking out our podcast or you checking us out on YouTube. The thing I want you to remember, what we are here for, we are here to help you shine your light to the world. And people say, Dr. Sunday, what is that light you talking about? That's your passion, your goals, your dreams. The thing that makes you tick, the thing you think about at night, that's what it is. It's the thing that actually makes you smile, your dreams and your destiny. Oh, I just love it. And you need to share that with the world because you are here to solve a problem for somebody else. You didn't know that, did you? Yes. But I just love it. And we are so excited that we're part of that plan in your life. But let's go real quickly. We're going to actually go to the question of this session, and that is the Dr. Renee question. My team just handed it to me, and it's always funny. It's something always funny. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it real, okay? But the question they wanted me to ask is, in regards to what keeps me going, what actually inspires me, and that I continue to have a lot of energy. Well, I got to tell the truth. For the first, of course, God, number one. But I believe in herbals, and I'm an anesthesiologist, so you got to make sure you go through your physician to make sure that's okay with your diet. But I'm an herbal kind of person. I do my exercise. I do my meditation. I do those kind of things. Me and the person had a deep conversation about it. But the thing is, you have to see what resonates with your body, okay? Yeah, I know. But the main thing, drink a lot of water and be careful what you put in your mouth, okay? You know what I'm talking about? We be at those places that with the low sign, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. But so we're going to actually transition pretty quickly because we have a highly acclaimed, I love saying that word, family practice physician here. So, we're going to actually have some good old time with two physicians together. And, but the key is what we do in life. The oath that we took when we became physicians is to help mankind, to actually take that ease away that we can actually be part of that ultimate plan, right? But we don't want to delay. We want to get him on right in here. We want to welcome none other than the highly acclaimed family practice physician himself, Dr. Timothy-Quinn. Are you there?
Hey, I'm here. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm
can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can hear you.
Well, listen, I'm
gonna
be a little bit more brief than I thought. We're actually having a flu epidemic here in Mississippi, and actually it's going on all around the country. And it actually took away one of my nurse practitioners. I have two beautiful ladies that I work with as nurse practitioners, and we have a pretty busy clinic in Jackson, Mississippi. And I'll tell you, we have just been overrun with the flu. I tell you, a lot of people are sick. But I really appreciate the opportunity to come on to your show, and I really just wanted to share, a report from Mississippi, and we call it Report from the Battlefield. Now, where do we get that from, right? Report from the battlefield. What is this guy talking about? Well, the deal is I actually served some time in the military, and when I served in the military, I worked as a medic with an infantry company, and we'd send out these recon soldiers, and they'd go out into the field, and they'd see what's going on, and they'd come back and report. And they'd let the leadership know, and then that way we knew how to prepare. Because the deal is we need to know what's going on, because if we know what's going on, then we can prepare ourselves and make the right decisions so that we won't be adversely affected. And basically, I really appreciate this opportunity because it gives me a chance to speak to people outside of Mississippi just to kind of give a glimpse of what's going on when we as a people are not quite as informed as we should be. Because I'm going to tell you, information is more valuable than anything, including money. And the biggest deal with Mississippi right now is we have a lot of people, especially in our community, and I'm going to say our, and I'm speaking of myself as an African American person, we have a lot of people that are disproportionately adversely affected by a lot of chronic medical disorders, to include diabetes, hypertension, kidney disease, and all forms of cancer. And we also have a high number of people that are adversely affected with HIV as well. And when we do our research and we work with our local health department, the common problem is, in a lot of cases, we're not being screened and we're not being treated. So what's going on is you have individuals out there who may have hypertension or diabetes, and these conditions in some cases, especially hypertension, are referred to as a silent killer. So what's going on is a lot of people are not going and getting blood pressure checks. They're not getting physicals every year, and they have high blood pressure, and they're playing basketball, hanging out with their grandkids, or even young people hanging out with their children, or even, some even have teenagers. And they don't have any symptoms, so they figure, hey, I'm good to go. But they'll end up in the emergency room with a heart attack or a stroke in a lot of cases. And when they do the echocardiogram and the EKG and the other diagnostic tests, overwhelmingly it's revealed that this individual has had untreated hypertension for a prolonged period of time, and that's what caused them to end up in the hospital. So the question is, what can we do about it? Well, what we're doing in Mississippi is I'm working with others, and we have a campaign. It's pretty much a ministry. And we're going out and we're educating our fellow Mississippians in various platforms so that they don't have to not have that information, how crucial it is to be proactive with your health as opposed to retroactive. And it just goes back to my military days. We're getting ready to go to war. We're getting ready to go battle. We want to know what the enemy has. Do they have guns? They got chemical warfare. They got, some chicks that, trying to sneak us under the, what's going on, So that's what this whole deal is about, is just going out and finding out, what's out there and letting people know so that they can prepare themselves so they can fight this war against sickness. Are you there?
Wow. Yes, we're here. We're just so excited to hear that. But tell us how we can actually support you in the amazing thing that you're doing, because the great thing you said is to spread it to everybody, as many people as we can actually touch, that we can actually give them access.
Well, that's a good question. Let me ask you, what state are you in?
I'm in hot Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, ATL. Okay, I'm actually working with a gentleman. His name is Dr. Greg Bolden. He's with the Fulton County Health Department, and he also works with Emory University or college. And basically what's going on is he and we're collaborating because you all have this prostate information initiative in the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia. And he and I are collaborating where he's going to bring a summit to Mississippi, and I'm actually working with him to bring it down. And it's so that this is so interesting because you're saying, what can we do? Well, what we can do in a lot of cases is we can learn from worst case scenarios. Like for instance, you race cars, and you have a guy that's racing with you all the time. Y'all race cars or whatnot. I have family members. We do that down in Mississippi. We get on those dirt roads and we race those cars. Let's say, for instance, one guy uses a certain type of oil, and his car just blows up every time. It's always bad for him, and he always loses. Well, what would behoove you is to find out what is that oil he's using, and don't use that oil, and then maybe you won't have the same problem he has. So I guess what I'm saying is Mississippi's misfortune could actually be a blessing to others if people knew about it, because basically by sharing what's going on here, then people such as yourself, physicians, providers, other type of caregivers, you can see how important information is, and you can continue to inform people in your community as well, because as I said, most people that have heart attacks and strokes, they normally will have an autopsy if they don't make it, or if they do make it, they'll have diagnostic tests, and time again, the heart will show something called left ventricular hypertrophy, and that's basically when the left side of your heart has a great deal of muscle mass disproportionately to what it normally should be. And this is the sign that this person's blood pressure has been elevated, untreated for a very significant amount of time. So, I guess the whole deal is it's all about getting information to our people. Now, one thing that I've done in the state of Mississippi is I've figured out that, health is not exciting. Like say, for instance, Beyonce. She came to Mississippi and she rented out the biggest facility. I don't even know if we have a facility big enough for her. Maybe she used the football field. People, they would, spend their last dime, buy those expensive tickets. They get their hair done, get the new outfit. They're excited about it. I mean, the whole city would go crazy to go see Beyonce, right? Mm-hmm. But the problem is if we have a health informational, say on Friday night, Dr. Quinn going to talk about diabetes. Oh, girl, we got to go get our hair. It's just health is not exciting. It's hard to get people excited about health because in a lot of cases, what I've found in Mississippi, and it's true throughout the world, a lot of people, especially us, and I keep saying us, because I identify most with my own people, we don't want to know. We feel like, I feel good, everything is good. I don't want to know. I don't want to go and, get my prostate tested. I don't want to go get a mammogram. I don't want to get my blood pressure. Just leave everything like it is, and I'm going to go when it's time for me to go. But what I stress to my patients over and over, and when I do, platforms outside of my practice, I stress to them that you don't want to go when it's time to go. You want to utilize all the blessings that God gives us by educating people with technology, information about medicine, and all the other things. And the one thing I really stress is going to the doctor is not turning your back on God, but it's celebrating God by allowing God to continue his miracles by working through people. And that sits real well with a lot of my faith-based organizations when I go into churches, because by us being the South, we're very Bible Belt oriented. In a lot of cases, people, they don't want to seek out medical care because they just want to pray about it. But I really, really stress that God works through people. And my grandfather, that was a pastor, he taught me that you have to, help people understand that, like I said, going to the doctor is not turning your back on God, but celebrate God. And that's resonated pretty well throughout my campaign.
Wow. We love it. Now, I know you have very short, limited time. Tell us how we can, should we connect with Tammy to support you in these, to know when your events are, or do you have actual social media access that we can stay abreast of all the things that you have going on?
Yeah, well, one thing I have going is I have, like I said, I have multiple campaigns. And one thing that I do, and for those out there in the listening audience right now, if you have Facebook, Quinn, that's Dr. Quinn, Dr. Timothy Quinn, and I use social media to help educate my community and other communities abroad. And basically, what I've learned is if I do a video and I say my name is Dr. Quinn, hypertension will kill you, 33, nobody's going to watch that. So what I've done is I've become very creative, where I create videos with music, a little bit of dancing. I even got a rap video, but I make it fun, and that way I reach the young. It's cool. I reach the young people, and in a lot of cases they need to hear it. And we talk about topics such as HIV and STDs and whatnot, and these things are very timely. For those out there, if you have Instagram, I'm on Ask Dr. Quinn, ASKDR Quinn, and I use the same type of platform, but it's all interesting. Now, another thing I do locally is I do radio. Now, I do one station. It's like a hip-hop station. You got Gucci Mane and all these people, and I come on there with a certain persona, but I approach that in a different way because I want to relate to the audience that's listening to me. So I might even drop some lyrics and whatnot, but at the same time I provide them with information. And these are things that someone such as yourself that wants to help your community, you might kind of check out, because it's a way that you can reach the young people because they need to hear it as well, especially when you talk about topics like suicide and depression and anxiety. Because in a lot of cases, young people suffer from these problems, and with a little bit of information and encouragement to go get checked out and maybe go see a counselor, it could be the difference between them dropping out of school and missing out on a good career or even losing their life, you know. So it's so important you get that out, but you got to present it in a format that they will receive it. Another thing that I'm doing is working with the local media, you know, providing, I'm like, I have on my YouTube page, which is Timothy Quinn, I have over 120 news interviews that I've done over the last few years. Whenever something's going on, that the local news, they use me as a talking head or a source to provide medical information for the local news. And basically the way I got that opportunity is I just went to all the news stations and made myself available and gave them my cell phone, and they'll call me at night. I mean, I was actually jogging one day, and they called me, and I told them to meet me on this corner, and I pulled up on the side of the road and did an interview about some type of surgical. So I know that's a lot, but the thing is, my whole thing is I just want to provide information, and it all goes to a scenario that's very common, and it's reoccurring. And the last time it happened, I was in a local Target. You know, do y'all have Target in Atlanta? Looks like Walmart, Target.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, yeah. And this lady is standing behind me, and she's crying. And I asked her, I said, you know, what's going on? You know, she kind of like hugged me a little bit from behind. It kind of scared me. I'm like, am I getting raped in here? What's going on? but the deal is I turned around, and she's kind of crying. And I asked her, I said, man, what's going on? What, do I know you? And she said, you don't know me, but you saved my life. And I asked her, what do you mean? And basically she told me that her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, terminal breast cancer. And, you know, they took her to the hospital. She got admitted. And basically the reason she went is her breast was leaking blood. And she was very faint. So they took her to the hospital. She got admitted, and she was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer that had spread all over her body. They put the mom on chemotherapy. They put the mom on radiotherapy. They tried to do surgery. The mom, she never got out the hospital, but she lost all her hair. You know, she was nauseated, out of her mind every day, and basically she lost her life in that hospital. And the lady in the Target store, she said that, you know, she was determined. She did not want to know if she had breast cancer, because she said, if I got diagnosed with breast cancer, that means I was going to die a miserable death, and I just didn't want to fool with that stuff. So I had my mind made up. I was not going to try to get a mammogram or none of that. I said, I'm just going to live, and I'm going to go when I go. Well, the deal is, she said, Dr. Quinn, I saw you on TV. You know, she said, you're a good-looking guy. So I looked at it. I checked you out, and you were talking about breast cancer. She said, but I still wasn't going. And then she said, I heard you on the radio talking about breast cancer when I was driving home. Then you're on the news working for the American Cancer Society at a symposium talking about breast cancer. And she said, Dr. Quinn, then you came to my church. She said, I got so tired of looking at you. She said, I went ahead and got a mammogram. Now, the deal is, she got a call back about a week later, she told me. They called her and told her they saw suspicious lesions on the mammogram. Now, this lady was probably about 44 years old, about my age. And she followed up as she was instructed with the doctor that did it. And they referred her to a doctor that did the procedure, which was called an outpatient ultrasound-guided biopsy. And they took out tissue. They got a call from the pathological report. That's the doctor that reads the slide. And they told them that it was aggressive precancerous cells, but all the surrounding tissue was cancer-free. Okay? She had a couple of radiological tests, no spread of the cancer to any lymph nodes. And they said, man, we will see you in 1 year. But be understanding that had you have not come in and got this mammogram and got this test and followed up, you very well would have had the fate of your mom, because the cancer would have just spread and grown, and it would have got into your bloodstream and went to your liver, your kidneys, and all the other organs, your brain probably. So the take-home message is, you know, that night in Target, and I've had this same story with somebody that had prostate cancer, colon cancer over the years now. I've been doing this for 14 years. That was like somebody giving me $1 million, because, I mean, to have someone tell you that you impacted their life in such a way, I mean, you can't replace that. And I like the story because the deal is I didn't make any money. It just demonstrates it's not about money. It's about helping people. And it's about fulfilling your purpose, and it just feels really good. So I just encourage you and anyone else out there, You know, if you have a passion to help people, don't just work in your practice and help the people that come to your practice, because those people are already going to the doctor. It's like my grandfather was a pastor that died of prostate cancer. He used to go to nightclubs on Saturday night and talk to people about God and religion. I couldn't understand. I said, Dad, Granddad, why do you go to a nightclub? Those people don't care. He said, those are the people that really need to hear it. So get out of your practice. I mean, you're doing it. You're on the radio, but there are some healthcare providers that might not be doing it. Get out into the community and talk to those people who hadn't been to the doctor. And that way you can really make an impact and you can really help a lot of people that really need help. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But listen, for all those in the listening audience, follow me. I got to get back to work here. But follow me on Facebook. That's dr-timothy-quinn, like Dr. Dr. space Timothy Quinn. And if you are on Instagram, that's Ask Dr. Quinn, ASKDR Quinn, Ask Dr. Quinn. And if you have any questions or comments, hey, hit me on the DM and I'll answer them. And thank you so much for this blessing of an opportunity to address this audience tonight.
Well, thank you so much as well. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, that was powerful, powerful, powerful. I think he got a little hoop in him, too, from the granddaddy. But, you know, I can't even say because it warms my heart, and to be a physician is a whole nother level. I think God, his plan was just so amazing for my life. I've been doing anesthesia 18 years. And I tell people, because I teach interns and I teach medical students, that the gratitude or the thankfulness, if you want to call it that, because 9 times out of 10, like he just said, people don't come back and say thank you. It's not a reciprocity in the medical field. If they do, it's usually for the surgeon. And when you see, I tell people, when you see that patient going out to the car, when you see that patient being discharged from recovery, you've done your job, because they actually, they're doing a good thing. They're going back to their normal state. So that's what you got to remember. Everything is not about the money. Ooh, Dr. Quinn said it so wonderfully. Please, please stay in contact with Tim, his page on Instagram, and also his page on Facebook. We put that on our site so you can, circle back. And, of course, you can check out this replay. But remember, you got to be, you got to go to the doctor. Yeah, I know. Y'all, we do our health talks, and so we actually get out to the masses in the community to do the things we got to do. If you don't have insurance, there are a lot of free clinics around. I actually know several. So if you're here in the Atlanta area, we'll find you one if you're not here in Atlanta, okay? So that's not an excuse. But we want to transition real quick. We actually have the amazing, some people are so genuine. Some people are just amazing that come in your life that are carefree, meaning that they have freedom in what they do in regards to that they'll give you everything. They'll give you the shirt off your back. The cliche says that. But what that tells you is the person is in their purpose. Amen. So we're going to unmute the mic here from this amazing life changer. She'll change your life now. So get ready. It's Miss Tammy Collins Marquis. She's in the studio. We're going to get her on in, and she got something to say to you. Welcome, Tammy.
Well, thank you, Dr. Renee Sunday. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I am fantastic. Listeners, my name is Tammy Collins Marquis. And Dr. Sunday, I would like to commend you on the great job you're doing with your live broadcast, Good Deeds radio show. And may this audio component continue to flourish. You are helping others to generate the interest for their voices to be heard around the world. And you always have such historical individuals on your show, which is helping the masses to build public speaking skills and media credits by showing others how to journey and execute and engage in action to make their dreams become a reality. So I want to thank you for that. And you are such an inspiration to the world. And continue to keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. You're just amazing. Now, see, let me tell you about this lady. Now, don't go, Tammy. I want you to tell us more about your platform, because, ladies and gentlemen, She has a stellar, okay, platform. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Just don't get off that easy.
Well, actually, I have a radio show called Tammy Collins Radio Show, which is sponsored by Millionaires in Training. My great co-host is John Schamberger. He is the visionary and co-host of this groundbreaking show, and he captures that same spirit of my own vision for empowering such pioneering individuals in the direction of lifelong entrepreneurship. And I'm a concerned humanitarian, international human rights activist, evangelist, also I'm an entrepreneur, Forex trader in a $5.3 trillion daily market, and I'm a columnist for Kish magazine called Dynasty of Dreamers and founder of Dynasty Dreamers International. And also I'm a co-author of the books Dreaming the Dream and The Princess and You. And listeners, I can be reached via Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google+, and Twitter at Tammy Collins Marquis.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Yeah, John Schamberger, he always very supportive, and we support each other in the things that we do. So you know what? Just keep that light shining. Just continue to. Hey, they gave us a new name as a serial entrepreneur. But keep it going.
Well, it's just John Schamberger is incredible. We work well together. I'm just thankful to have him as a co-host. We really get the word out there about the radio show. He's very supportive of your show as well. He's really that type of person that wants to help others, and his heart is so genuine.
That's right.
Yes, well, I would like to say this, Dr. Sunday, about Dr. Timothy Quinn, and I would like to commend Dr. Timothy Quinn. He is truly a visionary and leader, changing the trajectory of the medical field by navigating as a health compass. And he has earned the respect and the trust of the community. He goes above and beyond. And Dr. Quinn has a reservoir of profound professional knowledge and acumen. By teaching others to take charge of one's health is the most significant decision one could ever make that will yield positive results. And I want to say, Dr. Sunday, thank you for this opportunity to share these few words on this live broadcast, and may God continue to bless and favor you and your family.
Oh, well, thank you so much, and likewise to you and Mr. John Schamberger. Thank you so much for being here with us at Good Deeds, and God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Woo, ladies and gentlemen, we got it going on today. We got it going. But I want to let you know, please get a physical. I mean, I just had a girlfriend, 2 days ago. Her husband started having back pain and had to have a stress test. Amen. So come on, we got to get our physical. We as physicians, we are here to help you. Okay, so please do that. Here at Good Deeds, you got to know, you got to have your temple. You have to have your body, because we only get one of them. So we have to be mindful. I always say is what our gates, what we're looking at, what we're hearing, what we put in our mouth, and what we're saying out. We got to be consistent with that. But we love it that you joined us. Please share this when the replay comes out. But I want you to know, if you want to be a guest on our platform, our radio TV show, or if you want to host your own radio show, have your own radio show, or if you want to host some of the platforms that I have, we have that opportunity available. And also for the TV side, and we also have a Good Deeds magazine. You can be a subscriber. You can actually be an advertiser, and you can actually put your articles in there. The thing is, we're here to build you and edify the body. Amen. We also have a publishing company. We have best-selling authors in there. Amen. We're grateful for that. And we also have a nonprofit organization called Sunday Foundation, which we actually take care of the basic necessities, things we take for granted: food, clothing, and shelter. We also have a mentorship program, a scholarship program, and many other different entities. But contact us at www.reneesunday.com. Again, that is www.renee, which is RENEE, Sunday, Sunday. We want you to remember, you do have a calling. You have a reason you're here. You're not a mistake. You got to do these three things. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk that thing out. So do what? You know what's coming next. You got to don't stop. Say it with me. Get it, get it. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.